1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Turkish president has reiterated his country's unflinching support to the stance of Kashmiri brethren at all fora. Pakistan and Turkey have expressed the resolve to enhance trade relations to the same level of excellent political ties for mutual benefit. The Prime Minister has assured to fully facilitate the Turkish business community, including their joint ventures with Pakistani companies. Independent experts on Kashmir say India may carry out another false flag operation to defame Pakistan and Kashmiri's freedom struggle. Pakistan beat Azerbaijan by 40 points to 30 in the Kabaddi World Cup 2020 in Gujarat today. And now the news in detail. The Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, while stressing for a peaceful and just solution to the Kashmir dispute, has reiterated that Turkey will continue to extend unflinching support to the stance of the Kashmiri brethren at all fora. Addressing the joint sitting of the parliament in Islamabad today, he said Turkey believes that the Kashmir issue cannot be resolved through oppressive means, but on the basis of principles of justice and peace. The Turkish president said, "We feel for the Kashmiris the same way like the Muslims of this region felt for us during the Khilafat movement." President Erdogan said Turkey openly defended the just struggle of Kashmiris at the 74th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York and during all meetings of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. He said India's unilateral step on changing the status of Jammu and Kashmir has further aggravated the problems faced by the Kashmiris. Pakistan and Turkey have expressed the resolve to enhance trade relations to the same level of excellent political ties for mutual benefit. Addressing the Pakistan-Turkey Business Forum in Islamabad today, the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said there is vast scope for increasing the current two-way trade volume of $800 million. He vowed to take Pakistan-Turkey bilateral trade volume to $1 billion in the first phase and eventually to $5 billion. He said, "We want to take the commercial relations between the two brotherly countries to the same level as political ties." Addressing the forum, Prime Minister Imran Khan invited the Turkish business community to invest in different sectors of Pakistan, especially tourism, mining and agriculture. He pointed out that Pakistan has a huge untapped potential in tourism, including in beaches and historic places. The Prime Minister assured to fully facilitate the Turkish business community, including their joint ventures with Pakistani companies. Imran Khan expressed the confidence that the business communities of both the countries will come forward to benefit from the excellent political relationship that exists between the two countries. The plenary session of the sixth round of Pakistan-Turkey High-Level Strategic Cooperation Council is underway in Islamabad. It is being co-chaired by Prime Minister Imran Khan and the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Earlier, one-on-one meeting between the two leaders was held at the Prime Minister's house in Islamabad. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi and his Turkish counterpart Mevlut Cavusoglu held a meeting in Islamabad today. They discussed the entire gamut of bilateral relations and regional and international issues. Matters pertaining to the Afghan peace process and tensions in the Middle East also came under discussion. Prime Minister Imran Khan says the government reduced the current account deficit by 75% in its first year, which is a big achievement. Talking to reporters in Islamabad today, he said the government successfully dealt with difficult economic situation with the cooperation of friendly countries including Saudi Arabia, China, and the United Arab Emirates, and today the current account deficit stands at $2.5 billion. The Prime Minister said the government paid $10 billion loan in the first year, which saved Pakistan from default. He said the country had only 2 weeks foreign exchange reserves when the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf came into power. Responding to a question, the Prime Minister said corruption has to be eliminated for real growth in the country. The National Assembly was informed today that the country has witnessed over 3% increase in exports and 16% decrease in imports in the first half of the current fiscal year. Replying to a question during question hour, the Parliamentary Secretary for Commerce Alia Hamza Malik said with the decrease in imports, Pakistan's trade deficit has decreased by 30% in the first half of the current fiscal year. She said after gaining the status of GSP+, Pakistan's total trade to the European Union has increased from $11,960 million to $14,158 million. The Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs Ali Muhammad Khan, speaking in the House, said President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's address at the joint sitting of the Parliament has sent a message to the world that Pakistan and Turkey stand together over the issue of Palestine. He said the Turkish president unveiled the nefarious designs of the United States and Israel against Palestine. The House will now meet again on Monday at 4 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The Director General Ministry of Foreign Affairs today informed the Islamabad High Court that the ministry is closely monitoring the status of Pakistani citizens stuck in the coronavirus-hit Wuhan city of China. He said there is a lockdown of the city since 21st of January and the flight's operation is completely shut down. The Chief Justice, Islamabad High Court, Mr. Justice Athar Minaullah, hearing the case filed by the parents of students, observed that the court will not pass any order in this regard. He asked the ministry to brief the parents and satisfy them regarding protection of their children. Independent experts and analysts on Kashmir have expressed the apprehension that India may carry out another false flag operation to defame Pakistan and Kashmiri's freedom struggle and create a warlike situation in the region. A report released by the research section of the Kashmir Media Service on the occasion of the completion of 1 year of the Pulwama incident today said India has always resorted to nefarious tactics to malign the Kashmiris' ongoing struggle for securing their inalienable right to self-determination. The experts and analysts said Pulwama-like dramas were aimed at making the world believe that Kashmiri's freedom struggle was nothing but terrorism. A World Health Organization team of international experts will arrive in China over the weekend to work with their Chinese colleagues against the novel coronavirus pneumonia. The executive director of the World Health Organization Health Emergencies Program, Dr. Michael Ryan, said in Geneva that first and foremost of the priorities are the demands of the frontline clinicians and public health workers in China. Saudi Arabia has denied media reports of a possible meeting between Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The Saudi Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Farhan told reporters that Saudi Arabia's policy has been very clear since the beginning of this conflict. And now, news about sports. Pakistan beat Azerbaijan by 40 points to 30 in the Kabaddi World Cup 2020 at Gujarat this afternoon. Meanwhile, Pakistan, India, Iran and Australia have reached the semi-finals of the tournament. Both the semi-finals will be played tomorrow at the Punjab Stadium in Lahore. And finally, the weather. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while cold conditions have been forecast for the upper parts during the next 24 hours. To end the news, here once again are the headlines. The Turkish president has reiterated his country's unflinching support to the stance of the Kashmiri Brethren at all fora. Pakistan and Turkey have expressed the resolve to enhance trade relations to the same level of excellent political ties for mutual benefit. The Prime Minister has assured to fully facilitate the Turkish business community, including their joint ventures with Pakistani companies. Independent experts in Kashmir say India may carry out another false flag operation to defame Pakistan and the Kashmiris' freedom struggle. Pakistan beat Azerbaijan by 40 points to 30 in the Kabaddi World Cup 2020 in Gujarat today. Those were the headlines, and that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.